Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Jon-Claude. Today, we're gonna do a book review on Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. It's a little something different. I'm gonna start doing book reviews. You can join my book club. The link will be in the bio. And I'm just gonna straight freestyle this from the top. I got AI helping me, and I've got my own highlights from the book that I've taken as well. But I really want to see how I can help someone out today. If you might be stumbling upon this video and you're wondering about the book, Awaken the Giant Within, it's an incredible book. It definitely is. I'm just going to get straight into the main bullet points of Awaken the Giant Within. So he's relentless. Tony Robbins is relentless for a few core concepts. For anyone who needs to get control of their life, these are the fundamental shifts the book forces you to make. Number one, the power of absolute decision. Robbins stresses that decisions, not conditions, determine your destiny. We often drift through life, but the key is to make true decisions. He says, there are three decisions you make every single moment that control your life. What you choose to focus on, what things mean to you, i.e. your interpretation of events, what you choose to do to create the results you desire, and number two, the two forces, pain and pleasure. This is the biggest driver of human behavior. Everything we do is either to avoid pain or gain pleasure. The secret to lasting change is to use this force as leverage. You must link massive pain to your current state. You must link massive pain to your current negative habits and massive pleasure to the new empowering habits you want to install. Okay, and third, we have emotional mastery and state management. If you want to change your life, you have to change your emotional state. And you can do that instantly by changing one of two things. Change your philosophy, how you use your body, your posture, breathing, and movement. Emotion is created by motion. And change your focus, which means changing the quality of the questions you ask yourself. Ask empowering questions like, what is great about this problem? Instead of, why is this happening to me? And four, we run into the blueprint for lasting change. The book walks you through the 6-step process of the neuroassociative conditioning, or NAC, which is how you make changes permanent. 1. Decide what you want to change. 2. Get leverage. Associate massive pain with the old pattern and pleasure with the new. 3. Interrupt the limiting pattern. 4. Create a new empowering alternative. 5. Condition the new pattern through repetition until it's consistent. 6. Test it to make sure it works. 5. Tony argues that nothing changes permanently until you raise your standards. This means defining what you will no longer tolerate in your life and writing down the things you absolutely demand of yourself. It's about a commitment to constant and never-ending improvement. So these are the few that AI has to note on the book. There are tons of gems in this book. Now I'll just go to some of the notes and highlights that I've taken from the book. So as you can see, this book is completely about mastering your emotions, and it really talks a lot about mastering your physiology, how you use your body, your posture, breathing, movement. All these things are very, very important, and the book highlights that and brings it to our awareness. It has a great way of bringing it to our awareness. Okay. So off rip, even in the acknowledgments, I'll start there of the book. The quarterback is the public hero. However, in any game in life, there are a multitude of players who are the hidden heroes, and in this endeavor, there have been many. Let's see. What was I looking for? Um, he talks about making decisions. You have to be firm on your decisions. He decided, there's a part of the book, I'll quote, I decided I would never again settle for less than I could be. I learned to harness the principle I now call concentration of power. Most people have no idea of the giant capacity we can immediately command when we focus all of our resources on mastering a single area of our lives. Controlled focus is like a laser beam that can cut through anything that seems to be stopping you. When we focus consistently on improvement in any area, we develop unique distinctions on how to make that area better. One reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. In fact, I believe most people fail in life simply because they major in minor things. Solid information in the book here. So, man, if I could just read the whole audio to you guys, I would, but that would take way too much time. Let me see. Another thing that I highlighted here that I found interesting was I decided many years ago that the most important way I could spend my life would be to invest it in something that would outlast it. I decided that somehow I must contribute in some way that would live on long after I was gone. Today, I have the incredible privilege of sharing my ideas and feelings with literally millions of people through my books, tapes, and television shows. I've personally worked with over 250,000 people in the last few years alone. I've assisted members of Congress, CEOs, presidents of companies and countries, managers and mothers, salespeople, accountants, lawyers, doctors, psychiatrists, counselors, and professional athletes. He goes to say, I've worked with phobics, the clinically depressed, people with multiple personalities, and those who thought they had no personality. Now I have the unique good fortune of sharing the best of what I've learned with you, and for that opportunity, I'm truly grateful and excited. I want to get into, here we go. Step 1, raise your standards. Anytime you sincerely want to make a change, the first thing you must do is raise your standards. When people ask me what really changed my life 8 years ago, I tell them that absolutely the most important thing was changing what I demanded of myself. I wrote down all the things I would no longer accept in my life, all the things I would no longer tolerate, and all the things that I aspired to becoming. Think of the far-reaching consequences set in motion by men and women who raised their standards and acted in accordance with them, deciding they would tolerate no less. History chronicles the inspiring examples of people like Leonardo da Vinci, Abraham Lincoln, Helen Keller, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Albert Einstein, Cesar Chavez, I'm going to mess that name up, and many others who took the magnificently powerful step of raising their standards. I'm going to stop there because I'll start reading way too much on the book. Basically, it goes on further to talk about step 2, which is change your limiting beliefs. And step 3 is change your strategy. Um, and it just goes on and on and on with tons of great information. So something that this book kind of relates for me is like, I almost think of the yin and yang whenever I'm reading this book, or when I notice when I'm in that state of being where I'm focused on yin and yang state, or I want to get into a more meditational state to accomplish goals. This is a great book to read. And you know, guys, if you are not listening to audiobooks, you should also be listening to audiobooks. One form is obviously reading, which you should do physical books. As you can see, I got this on my phone. I have the digital version, mainly because I travel a lot, and right now I'm not doing many books. So stay tuned for more videos. Drop a comment if you have something that you want that that stands out to you and you want to let it be known. Drop a comment. I'd love to hear what stands out most for you. And yeah, stay tuned for more. We'll be doing a lot more videos soon. Peace.